She was one of the first black TV presenters in the UK, but now Floella Benjamin, who grew up in Trinidad, has sparked outrage by saying that migrant children should use received pronunciation. And this is often referred to as the Queen's English if they want to get on in life. Now, it says it sparked outrage. Do you think that's justified? Do you think that's ridiculous? Do you think she's got a point?
I think she's got a point, basically, because I think, you know, if you're moving into a country that speaks predominantly English, then surely, you know, if you want to go for it, even like the education, go through the education system, you should be able to speak and understand, maybe basic English, maybe not the Queen's English to that extent, but yeah, it's just...
Well, Floella's argument came about because when she moved to the UK, she moved to South London from Trinidad, and a teacher called her a gutter snipe because of her thick West Indian accent. Now, that's put that to one side. That's a horrible insult. But what she says was the teacher actually did her a huge favour. And if someone is seeing you like that, you have to prove them wrong. And that's what she did.
Well, see, I agree with Dee when she says it doesn't have to be the Queen's English. You just have to be understood. And I mean, pardon me for saying this, and you'd understand why I'd say it. I love the variety of accents. You know, I love Welsh, Irish, Scottish.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
So we want that. On the other hand, people, if they're going to live and work here, particularly if they're going to liaise with people in shops and so on, you've got to be able to speak English. And I heard a story the other day. A friend of mine actually was in a taxi, like a rather posh car, not even a black cab or anything. And the gentleman driving had his sat-nav in Polish and literally only spoke 2 words in English. Now, my friend ended up 30 miles or something out of his way. And so I just don't think that's right.
But that's bad driving rather than not being able to speak Polish.
I mean, it's not being able to communicate. I mean, if you've been able to communicate and said, this is not where I want to go, you should have gone that road, and you should have gone that road. It's communication.
I mean, interesting, actually, not a lot of people would make that connection, but you came from Trinidad.
I grew up in Trinidad as well,
to sort of south-ish London.
Well, no, I actually moved. We moved to Scotland originally, and then I grew up in the Midlands.
Yeah.
And
so did you have a...
I 100% know what Floella Benjamin was talking about. I moved back to the UK, a white girl with a black girl's voice.
Can you do it still?
Yeah, man, I can still do the thing. And I can remember my very first day at school, the teacher was saying, do you have a packed lunch or do you go home for lunch? And I went, sandwiches. And the whole room went quiet. And I thought I'd said the wrong thing. It didn't occur to me it was my accent. Very, very quickly, I learned that if I wanted to blend in and fit in and make friends, I had to learn to curb.
But that's a different argument, isn't it? Because when you said sandwiches, I can perfectly understand that you're saying the word sandwiches.
I'm just saying it in a different accent.
Yeah, but I don't think that we should all be sort of talking like a 1950s news presenter.
No.
But I do think, as you say, that we need to be able to be understood, because if you're going to move to a country... If I went to France, I wouldn't expect to contribute to the French system and get a job dealing with French people if I can't speak the language. And it's exactly the same thing coming over here, isn't it?
Do you come across that in Birmingham?
We had loads of accents in Birmingham, you know, but I do, you know, yes, we do, actually. There is.
What's your sat-nav programme too?
Do you know, I love the sat-nav. You know, the sat-navs where you can pick them and they can all speak different accents. We've got... I don't even drive, and I've got a sat-nav.
Yeah.
Just to listen to the patois and the Irish sat-nav.
What's your set to?
Do you know, it flicks between the Jamaican and the Irish.
Jamaican and Irish?
Yeah. Bust the left! It's just a joke. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
The Irish one would say, oh, now, if I was you, I wouldn't start from here.
Is it your boyfriend Jamaican? I thought you'd be sick of hearing that accent.
I think it's just funny, you know, you're just walking down the road with the sat-nav, turn right. Oh, just a bit of fun, isn't it? A bit of fun.
All right, Irish.